Hey everybody, this is Marcy with Just for Smiles Wreaths, and today I'm going to show you how to make a bow on the Easy Bow Maker. Today I'm working on some Christmas wreaths, so I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to show you how I make my bows. So this is a 1.5 inch ribbon, and I am going to make an 8-inch tail at the top, and then I'm measuring out my loops to be 7 inches on each side. So we're going to have 3 loops on each side for the base of our bow. And again, all of my ribbon is wired. That makes it a lot easier for me, and it really makes the bows stand out and not fold whenever they're on any of their devices. You could put these on wreaths, you could put these on mailboxes. You can add these bows to your staircase, anywhere you want to add a little touch of glamour. This would be a great way to spruce up your holiday decor. So I have 3 loops on each side, and I cut my ribbon tail again at 8 inches, and we're starting on the opposite side this time. These next loops will be 6 inches per side, and there will only be 2 loops on each side of these 6 inches. These will go in between our 7-inch loops. And this Easy Bow Maker makes things so much easier. I have small hands, so this is a lot easier than trying to fit all of those ribbon tails and loops in between my little hands. Our last group of loops is going to be a 5.5 to 5 inch loop, and we're only going to add 1 loop on each side. Again, I'm going the opposite direction with my tail than I did previously. And then we're going to spread those apart to make sure that this loop, since I can't see the measurement on the board, I just want to make sure it's in between those 6 inches, not too big, not too small. And last but not least, we're going to add a little button on top. So I'm just going to add another ribbon tail. This will measure just around 4 inches. It's according to how big you want that center button to be. I like to call those buttons instead of loops, just because it finishes this look out. Adding a pipe cleaner, I'm going to fold it in half, and this is what we're going to use to tie our bow. I'm making sure that my fingers are all the way underneath all the ribbons, trying to keep them nice and tight as I finish off this bow, but I'm not quite ready to tie it off yet. Before we do that, we want to make sure that all of our tails and all of our loops are in the positions that we want them to be. So I'm going to touch each ribbon tail and each loop and move it into position. So each large piece should be at the back, and then our smaller pieces should be in between those, and then so forth. So that side is done. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Before we tie it off, make sure everybody's folded the right way. We're going to flip it over and tie it off. This makes it really nice and tight so your bow does not come loose. And then we'll cut ribbon tails after this as a dovetail. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe and join us, and don't forget to share it and save it for later. Thanks, y'all.